Here's something I see constantly. A restaurant or caterer spends a few $1,000s on Google Ads, they get almost nothing back, and they decide Google Ads just isn't working for their business. It's quite often not the platform, but rather what happened before the campaign ever launched. The budget wasn't the problem, the planning was. Before you land on a number to spend, there are 5 things you should be nailing down. Start with your goal, not your budget. How much should I spend on Google Ads is absolutely the wrong first question. It's like asking how much gas you need to go on a trip before you know where you're going. Are you trying to fill more tables? Are you trying to get more phone orders? Are you trying to get catering inquiries? Each of those are different goals which require different payouts. And catering leads might be worth thousands, an online order might be worth 20 bucks. Your budget and your expectations should look completely different depending on which one you're chasing. Decide the goal first, the number comes second. Tighten your radius before you touch your spend. So this is the number 2 suggestion. Here's a quick gut check. If you had $5,000 to advertise with, put that money in a sign in front of every person walking past your restaurant or a billboard on a highway 20 miles away. Everyone picks the sign because proximity makes a difference. Proximity is what makes a click valuable in Google Ads. Someone searching for tacos near me 2 miles away from your door is far more valuable than the same search 20 miles out. So paying for both makes absolutely no sense. For most independent restaurants, start with a 3 to 5 mile radius at the most. For catering, you need to be targeting the area you actually service, not the whole metro. I've watched restaurants spend a couple hundreds of dollars a month in a tight radius outperform a competitor spending 3 times as much across an entire city. Fix your targeting before you increase your budget. It's the fastest way to stop wasting money on Google. The number 3 point I want to make is tracking conversions is more important than tracking clicks. Would you rather get 200 clicks and 2 reservations or 50 clicks and 10? Most owners never ask that question. They see a lot of traffic and assume the campaign is working. Clicks don't pay your bills. Reservations do, phone calls do, store visits do, catering inquiries do. Set up conversion tracking before you launch so you can see exactly what's happening after someone clicks instead of guessing. Number 4, I want you to build out your negative keywords before you launch. This is the thing that most owners either skip or just don't know about, but it's quietly one of the most expensive mistakes you can make. A negative keyword tells Google, don't show my ad for this keyword. And without a solid list, you're paying for clicks that we're never going to convert to begin with. If you run a restaurant, block delivery platforms like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and Postmates. Those platforms already take commission on every order that comes through them. So you don't need to be paying Google to drive traffic to those sites that you're then going to pay a commission on. Also, block menu PDF, hours, phone number if you aren't running a campaign specifically built for those searches. People looking for basic information aren't ready to decide where to eat, and clicking your paid ad for just a phone number burns what could have been spent on something that is more substantial. If you run a catering business, block jobs, careers, hiring, recipes. Someone searching for a job is looking for employment. They're not looking for catering service, and that click costs you money. Also block equipment, rentals, do-it-yourself. Those are searches trying to cater to their own events, not hiring you to do it. And if you don't drop off or do small orders, block cheap, budget, affordable, so you're not paying for leads who were never going to book the event size you were actually wanting. Both restaurants and caterers should also separately brand non-branded from branded spend. If people are already searching for your business name directly, that traffic is cheap and converts well because they already know who you are. Keep that apart from the generic terms like restaurant near me or caterer near me, so you can actually see how non-branded advertising performs on its own instead of your branded traffic making the whole account look kind of stronger than it really is. Building a negative keyword list is not a one-time task either. Check your search terms report every week and keep adding those irrelevant search terms into it so you aren't paying for things you don't want to be paying for. And then finally, number 5, fix your fundamentals before you turn on ads. Even a perfectly built campaign cannot rescue a weak foundation. So if someone clicks on your ad and lands on a slow website or an outdated business Google profile or page with barely any reviews, the ad didn't fail, the experience did. Before you spend $1, make sure your Google business profile is fully filled out, your reviews and photos are current, your website is fast, mobile friendly, and built to convert. Or create a landing page. Most restaurant and catering searches are happening on a phone from someone deciding right now. Give them a reason to trust you the second they land on your website or your landing page. Get these 5 things right: goal targeting, tracking, negative keywords, and your fundamentals. The Google ads stop being a gamble and they become one of the most predictable ways to bring reservations, calls, store visits, and catering inquiries to your business. If you want help with all of this, from the setup to getting it right to optimizing, Squeaky Wheel Restaurant Marketing does this for clients. You can schedule a 15-minute discovery call using the link below. We're looking at your goals and your market, and we'll give you an honest, real plan for your business to succeed.